Hello and welcome to THOCAV. Today we're going to be making a Luger p08. So let's get started. What you're going to need is a glue gun, some tape, scissors, sharp depending on what cardboard you're using, PVA glue, black paint, a paintbrush, a picture reference, and cardboard. Okay. So first, what you're going to want to do is trace the side of the gun, not including the barrel. So like that, twice, and then make lots and lots and lots of siding. Siding is very important when you're making guns. And if you don't know what siding is, you put it around the edge, you glue gun it around the edge like that. And then you also want to make the mag well, which is what you put the magazine in. Goes there. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the siding on, because it will take me a long time. So, yeah. So I finished the siding, and the next thing you're going to want to do is you need to cut out the shapes for the magazine. And it needs to fit in here, like that. So if you look at it from there, it just covers that hole, or that round bit there. And then you need to get about 4 or 5 layers and glue gun them all together to make something that's thicker than just a piece of cardboard, because obviously that's not how thick a magazine is. So, and also when I cut these out, I put faces on them so I knew which way round they go, because if they're all different ways round, it won't really work. And then you need to glue gun this onto there so you get the full shape of the main body of the Luger p08. So I'm just going to do that because it will take me a bit longer. Right, so I've done that. So next, to finish off the magazine, you need to put it in the right way, and then you want to cut out 2 circles which should fit on there, and then you want to glue gun them to the magazine so that it won't stick to the main body of the gun, and you want to do the same on both sides. And then, once you've done that, you need to take it out of the thing and put siding round the circle so that it will keep its shape, and so that it's got siding. So yeah, so I'm just going to do that. So now, going to make the barrel. You need to measure the length of the barrel here, the whole of it, including the bit that sticks out at the end, and put it on some cardboard tube and cut that out and wrap it around a normal size pen to get the right size for the barrel, and glue gun it or tape it, both of which work. And then you need to get a piece of cardboard and measure it so that it's like at the end, and wrap it round here, cut it and glue gun it so that you get a sticky out bit at the end. Oh, and also when you're rolling up the cardboard tube, try and make it so that it's sort of a slope, so that it gets smaller towards the end and bigger towards the front. And now if you want to glue gun that to the front of your gun, And then if you want to, get 2 pieces of cardboard tubing or cereal box cardboard, bend them so they're the same length roughly as the trigger guard. And if you don't know what that means, it's a little thing that bends around the trigger. And then you need to glue gun it in place like that, so it's in a sort of circle shape, like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that quickly. And then you're going to need to take the picture, cut out the, what do you call them, the grippies, and if you've got this brown tape stuff, cover them here, because then you don't have to colour them later. And you need to make sure you've got one for each side, like that, and then you want to glue gun them on. Both sides. And just as a tip, you might have to take some of these bits apart when you're painting it. So now, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to cover this in brown tape, and then for the paint job, it's going to be all black apart from these grippies, which in my case I'm going to leave brown, or are going to be painted brown, depending on if you use papier-mâché brown tape like this. So yeah, I'll show you when it's done. So now you've done that, it should look like this, with a magazine that comes out. And this is, alright I guess. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to comment, rate and subscribe. It'll help me do further videos somehow. Yeah, bye.